over, and we are live. Welcome to Someone's Happy Hour. Today is March 29th, episode 61, and we've got a great show in store for you guys. Today, we are going to talk imposter syndrome, something I'm sure all of us early in our careers have felt. So we'll get into that, what it feels like, and our general thoughts about it. We have our segments. We've got some really good stuff in there. And then wrapping it up with a 5v5 of countries we want to visit. So pretty packed episode and very excited. So here we go.
Yeah, this theme definitely hits a little close to home, but we can get more into that later. So
yeah, exactly.
To bring up everyone. Oh, nice. So we can start. We'll start off with drinking. So we'll start with you.
Yeah. So it's funny because speaking of, oh shit. Is mine flat? Hang on. All right, I don't know. I just opened it. I had a really hard time opening it, so that was weird. But I think I'm drinking the same thing you are. And honestly, I just copied you. I'm going to be honest. I saw you drinking it, and I was like, fuck, I have some, and that sounds so good. So I think I was drinking this last week, but I'm drinking a Coors Light. So nice. Once again, mountains are very blue. If you saw before, I was afraid this thing was about to just explode because I accidentally slammed my can down on my desk, but oh yeah, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. Oh my god,
straight from the Rockies.
Oh, straight from the Rockies, straight from Tyler's backyard. So
that's right.
Yeah. Oh my god. Honestly, yeah. I don't know what it is. I feel like before going out, right? Before going out, when you're going out with friends or something like that, I'm all for seltzers pregame. It's nice and light, transitions nicely to vodka Sprites, vodka whatevers as you're out. But for whatever reason, after work, if you're just after work, cracking open a beer just hits different. Different than, I had the option of seltzers, but I was like, nope, had to do it. So yeah. I'm all
I would
about
say
it.
I agree with you there. And then especially I like doing, beer after work. But I mean, I can pretty much drink a seltzer anytime now. But I guess I'm not I'm not pulling towards them like I used to be when they first got all the hype and everyone released and stuff like that. A bunch of them, all the companies did it. But now it's I feel like I'm pulling further and further away from them. But I mean, if I get handed one, I'm still gonna drink it and stuff like that. So
yeah, no, it's one of those things where I feel like I don't know. Sometimes you're in a mood for one, and they're great. But at the same time, I feel like at times I'm like, this is just too sweet. Which is why for a while there. When would this have been? I think it was last summer. What the fuck? Isn't this a DeKalb number? This is an NIU number.
Yeah, I mean it's DeKalb and Rockford.
But 815753. I'm pretty sure that's a DeKalb.
Oh yeah, 753 might be DeKalb. Yeah.
Should I swipe on and be like, "Hello, you're on the podcast"? No, I'm not. I'm just gonna disregard.
Yeah, our first caller.
Yeah, exactly. Live audience. What the fuck? They're like, you're late for class. But no, I don't know. I think I want to say it was last summer or something. There was a period on here where I was like, dude, I cannot have enough of vodka sodas. And that has no sweetness to it. And I think I was just so sick of maybe that. When was that? I don't know.
It was last summer.
Was it last summer? Yeah, because I think I said vodka sodas, drink of the summer. But it's also really I mean, obviously it's still alcohol, but it's better for you than typical alcohol,
Coke or Sprite, or
it's not as sugary. So, but yeah, no. So that's funny. Well, I mean, I knew it was going to be the same drink because I literally saw what you were drinking. I was like, "Fuck, that sounds good," and I'm not going to be original. I'm going to grab my own. So, Coors Light times 2 for today, and potentially more if any of you listening right now are drinking a Coors Light yourself. So, cheers to y'all, and yeah, that is what we're drinking this week. So we'll see what we're back with next week.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we can go ahead and, now that we both are drinking the same thing here, we've kicked off to a good start. We're in sync. We can get into our morning stand-up, and I can go ahead and kick us off with the Oscars were crazy. So as a lot of people probably know, a lot of the memes, a lot of the videos, a lot of all social media has been blowing up about it. And it's unfortunate too, because I feel like it shines out of the people that won or the people that did something,
Yeah.
Because now this Will Smith smacking Chris Rock across the face is like the only thing that people are gonna remember from it, which is
Yeah.
so unfortunate. Or like out, it's gonna like put all the rest into the shadows, and this is
Yeah.
gonna be
Well,
like the only
especially
thing
the
that like people.
person who got that, like literally the award, like right after.
Questlove,
Yeah,
right?
it was Questlove, which thankfully is getting like a decent amount of like props and stuff on like from what I saw on like Twitter and stuff. People are making
Yeah,
sure to call
I
out and
watched
appreciate
the
it.
I watched the
But
interview he had with Jimmy Fallon right after, because he's
yeah,
he's like
he's
in the
on
band
he's
with
in the
Jimmy
band. Yeah,
Fallon,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
or like maybe he's like head of the band because he does stuff with Jimmy, like the guests and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So like he his talk with him is really cool to see and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like his experience. So he
Yeah.
seems like a really cool guy. But yeah, the Oscars were pretty funny. It was just so funny because I mean, we like it's not like we're huge, like Nancy and I like really like love the Oscars, but if they're on, we're gonna watch them, And like
Yeah.
I'm always interested to see what movies are being nominated or like what's on there that I haven't seen, and a
Yeah.
lot of it I can tell you. But during that time, I like left to take a shower in the middle of it, so I could.
Yeah,
be
because you
back
guys were watching it
before-
live, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I could be back in time for like the last few ones or whatever, and I come out right at the moment where there's like some weird noise, the TV freezes and like
Yeah.
mutes, and we're just like, oh shoot, like maybe YouTube TV is like lagging, or like
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
my
yeah.
Wi-Fi just went out or something like that. So I'm like trying to do something on my phone in my towel, and then the it like cuts to like Will Smith's face. It's still muted. And
Yeah.
he's like keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. I'm like, did he just say keep my wife's name out your
Yeah.
fucking mouth?
Oh, Jesus.
And I was like, it was just like, I don't know if this was like, then it's like, oh, is it planned? Is it
Yeah.
not planned? And then all this stuff like that. I was like, damn, dude, Will Smith seemed like pretty fucking angry.
It was
I don't
it
know
was
if that
funny because I was in the middle of playing Fortnite with Gavin, and I remember I was talking because I think you ended up hopping on with us after, but it was hilarious because we're literally trying. Like I'm on Twitter and I'm like, what the fuck just happened? And so I'm like trying to scroll through as we're like in the middle of a Fortnite game. I'm also on Twitter to be like, dude, what is going on? Because everyone was freaking
Yeah.
the fuck out, understandably, because that was absolutely nuts.
Yeah, it was crazy, and obviously it still is being talked about now.
Oh yeah,
But
100%.
I saw a pretty funny meme that was like, it's like making fun of a video game, Dark Souls, and it's like, oh, here, take a seat next to the fire while you rest in between Will Smith memes and stuff like
That's
that. And it's
hilarious.
like,
That's
cracking
hilarious.
up.
I will say, I really quick caveat. I think I tweeted this earlier today, but it was funny as fuck because I opened Facebook for whatever reason earlier today, and someone like shared a story or like the article with like this about this happening, and it was like from today, and they're like, get the fuck out, and I'm just like, dude, on Twitter, this has been on here for 24 plus hours. We've got memes, we've got wild takes about it. Like, you've got all this sort of stuff. Like, they're like living in their own world, like on Facebook.
Yeah.
They get the news like a day or two later. But I was like, it like cracked me up when I opened it. And I'm like, yeah, Gavin just said Twitter is a gold mine. What's up, Samantha?
Yeah, dude, I was like,
It was hilarious.
Like, you can ask Nancy. I was like literally like laughing out loud the entire night.
It was so
like
funny.
scrolling through Twitter.
It was so funny.
But yeah, continuing on though, it was like a guys' weekend for me and for Enzo and I, and Nancy was at a bachelorette party, so nothing else to do except go on walks and play video games with them.
Oh yeah.
But I got that Spider-Man game that I've always kind of wanted to see, and especially since the last movie.
Oh, wait, you ended up getting it.
Check it out. I did buy the Spider-Man
Ooh.
game.
Okay, I might have to. Well, I don't know if you can do multiplayer, but I'll have
You
to.
cannot.
It's similar to the Harry
But
Potter one, but the graphics look insane.
and like just like the gameplay overall is crazy. Plus, like the thing that like really like kind of like wowed me the most was like it's a pretty accurate representation of New York City.
Mm-hmm.
Not like in the sense that it's an open world and you can like
Yeah,
go
yeah.
around it. So like you can see the Statue of Liberty out there. You can walk around Times Square. You can walk around like the NYU. You can walk around like
Kyrie
you can see
Irving's a
Brooklyn
crazy
Bridge.
person. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, but it's just like it's very accurate and very cool to like be Spider-Man
Yeah,
and
yeah,
swing
yeah.
around and stuff like that. So I was like, damn, dude, this is like crazy. It makes me like want to go visit New York City. Like,
Yeah. I can't remember. Have you been to New York City before? I can't
I have
remember.
not,
You have
no.
not. Yeah. It's pretty. Yeah. No. That's so cool. I just remember when I saw it, I was like, the graphics just looked incredible. As does the new
Yeah,
Harry
they are
Potter
really
game, which
crazy.
I know we talked about I think last week. But
Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
And then my latest thing here is also, I forgot to mention to you guys, but Enzo's in the all clear with like any of his
Hell yeah.
problems that he was having last week. It's just
Hell yeah.
an excited, anxious little boy. So there's that.
Hell yeah.
But recently too, I've been getting more into like, I guess, different like styles and like fashions for things, because like
Ooh.
I feel like I've kept my same kind of wardrobe since, I don't even know, like high school probably, like the same kind of like theme.
So
And
so what do we have to expect? Like what's your next big, or like are you just like saying like you just want to get like
so I think I want to like get more involved with it, but I don't know A, where to start. B, like there are some styles that I like, but I feel like I'm still kind of like across the board when it comes to it. Like picking one out might be like the hardest decision probably. So I feel like I could like go for all of them, but I don't know if that's like against the rules, because
nah, that's
like
not
I
against
don't
the
know,
rules.
it's like you're like posing or something like that. But like I don't know. It's just like, to me, it seems more interesting to start like wearing. I mean, obviously, working remotely, it won't really matter. But like, just having those clothes is something to think
Yeah.
about. But it's just starting to dawn on me more, and like it's kind of funny because like the adult style has since changed, but I feel like it's almost like a circle with like the styles that I had, like
Yeah, like stuff comes back.
graphic tees and
Yep, yep,
like
yep, yep.
baggy clothing, and then it went from like skinny clothes to like
Yeah.
preppy clothing, and now it's almost like back to like streetwear and like,
Yeah, it literally is
and
like a circle. Like by the
yeah,
time, yeah. But it
yeah,
is, yeah.
I might have to hire a stylist or something like that. That I was like
Yeah,
kind
there
of
you
joking
go.
around with in my head, but there's no way.
There you go.
But yeah, so like that's been pretty on top of my mind. So we'll see what I come up with. I've been looking at a couple new stores that like I've never like really shopped at before, and like they're not like, I haven't like gone on a shopping haul, but like I feel like there's some good stores like ASOS, Urban Outfitters, and stuff like that. Like stuff that I've never really shopped at or like
Ooh.
gone.
I have gotten something from A. Well, I just got my bomber jacket from there from ASOS, but actually
Yeah,
Samantha's the one who told me about ASOS, and it actually has some pretty good stuff. I'll have to like check it
they
out
do.
again.
Yeah, no,
But
they do.
I got the only thing I've gotten from there was the bomber jacket I have.
Yeah. No, I mean like they do. It looks like they have some really good stuff. I have to like check out their stuff more, but it's like almost like starting to build a new closet from scratch for me, because like that's where I'm like kind of heading. So
Yeah.
it's like overwhelming but exciting.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things where there's so much shit in my closet that I like never wear, to where I
Oh
definitely need to
yeah.
go through and like
I feel like I'm gonna get rid of a lot of
clean
clothes
it
this
out.
spring.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Spring cleaning. But
But yeah, then my last thing here is I always forget that there's this place called the Denver Tech Center, where a lot of tech companies of Denver are like congregated in like South Denver. And I don't know if it's actually still a part of Denver. I think it's its own thing. It's by the where we went on the boat, Jason, like
oh yeah,
in
yeah, yeah, yeah,
July.
yeah.
So it's also kind of like a more like rich area, like a well off area. And one of my friends lives out there because he works for a company over there. But I went out and visited him, and they actually have like a lot of decent restaurants and like nice areas and nice apartments. So I was like, dang, dude, this is actually pretty sweet. Like, granted, you are far from the city,
Yeah.
but like they try to compensate for that by like, having like, I don't know, like I think there's some stadium out there, and then there's like a Comedy Works, and it's like a like an Oak, or where's McDonald's headquarters? Oak Lawn or
Oh fuck. They Oak
Oak
Lawn,
Park?
Oak Brook. I don't know. They're all kind of
Oak
very
Brook.
similar. I know there's actually one of their big offices. I don't know if it's their official corporate headquarters though. Just moved out to West Loop. Like it's literally like 10 minutes
Yeah,
from me.
yeah. They
But I
have
don't
like
know if
their
it's the
headquarters in like
same.
the suburbs, but it's like or like Schaumburg or like
Yeah,
Maple, I
yeah, yeah,
guess.
yeah.
But it's like the mini part of the city. It's just not as far. So I
Yeah.
didn't. I was forgetting about that area too. So
Oh
I
yeah.
have to explore more.
No, that's good. That's good. Before I get into my morning stand up, I want to address Samantha's comment. So she's like, Dad has more subs than you, SMH. So what's hilarious about that comment? So I don't know how many subscribers you have off the top of my head, maybe like 12 or 13, which speaking of, if you aren't already subscribed to our YouTube, please do so. We got to be better with promoting that. I'm like, admittedly, like I always am just like join the live and like don't ever think about that. But if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. But it's hilarious because I get a text from my dad on like or was it? It might have been Monday or Sunday or something. He's like, please subscribe to my YouTube channel so I can get up to 50 subscribers. And I was like, what the fuck? And I text Andy. I was like, why are we getting a text from Dad about subscribing to his YouTube channel? And then he's like, oh, he's on his way to Marion for Carter's baseball tournament. I'm like, oh my God. Because what my dad's doing is he's trying to stream Carter's baseball game so people who aren't able to go are able to watch, which is nice. The caveat, though, is I'm not sure if he ever got it set up. But the funny thing is, I think he believes that there's a certain subscriber threshold you have to meet to be able to go live. When in actuality, it's because he procrastinates and didn't do this in advance that it's not letting him go live. I think he still might have hit 50, but I don't know that it works. But it was really, really funny when I was like, I literally texted Andy, I was like, what the hell is he asking? And also, like, I was pretty impressed. I have no idea who he reached out to or if, like, what's going on, but I think he might have hit 50. And I'm like, damn, dude, like, I don't know what we're doing. We got to, like, pick it up. We actually put, like, content out there. But yeah, I thought that was funny. So that's
hire him for our marketing team.
Exactly. But anyways, getting into my morning stand-up. So pretty busy weekend. So Thursday, went to the Hassan Minaj show with Gavin, his sister Bubneet, one of our friends, Alex. Really, really good time. He is phenomenal live. I'll be seeing actually another comedian, Tom Segura, here in like 2 weeks, and I'm so stoked. So definitely, like, since seeing Bert Kreischer in November, Hassan Minaj recently, and then seeing Tom Segura, like, I have really, really enjoyed seeing these comedians. So that will not go away anytime soon. So that was a fun thing to do on Thursday. Friday, I went out to the Burbs for Emma's birthday party. So that was really fun. Got to see a bunch of people I hadn't seen in a bit. Got to hang out with Kyle. Got to learn about the much talked about and highly reviewed Golden Tee. So I got to play that little golf game, that arcade game in their game room. So that was definitely a highlight. But that was a fun weekend, or fun Friday. Way to wrap up the week. And then Saturday, for my friend Tracy's birthday, we had a bottomless brunch out here in Chicago, and I got to see like Alex, Kyle, Carrie, and a bunch of my friends who I hadn't seen in a while. So that was really, really nice. Got to catch up with them and was hanging out different bars and stuff in Chicago for most of Saturday. Was absolutely gassed. Came back here, was in and out for most of the like Duke game because I was so tired. But lo and behold, Duke is in the Final Four, and I am beyond stoked. So this Saturday is going to be great. We've got Duke, North Carolina coming up. I am I'm just so pumped because it could not, like, this is the perfect thing because I'm going to say when Duke beats North Carolina. When Duke beats North Carolina, this will be, like, it won't even matter that North Carolina beat Duke and like Coach K's last home game. Like, it won't matter because we just beat them in the Final Four, like the first time these two teams meet in the NCAA tournament. Like, it would just be incredible. I can't wait for Saturday. I made sure to invite Andy over here, like, and I reached out to Kyle, Mitch, Gavin, all of them, but I made sure to let them know. I was like, because I hope Andy's able to come because I want to see his face when Duke wins. Like, I want to see his face when North Carolina is like not in the tournament anymore. So yeah, that is going to be really fun. But no, I'm so stoked. My March Madness bracket's actually still in decent shape to where if Duke wins, I still have a chance at first, if not second. So yeah, not too shabby. But we'll see. But looking forward to some good college basketball on Saturday.
Coach K pulls it out then.
Yeah, I know.
If not, just send him a letter that he owes you money.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing. I will have to do that because I actually, before the Sweet 16, I think I told you this, I placed a future bet on them to win it all. And when I did it, Samantha, shut the hell up. She said when North Carolina wins in the chat. Like, you're just, oh my God. Everyone in my family sides with Andy in this. Like, they're all North Carolina. And, like, they don't even, like, my mom's always like, oh, North Carolina, Samantha, North Carolina. I'm like, what the, it's stupid. But anyways, so I placed the future bet. I put $100 on Duke to win it all before Sweet 16. And if Duke wins it all, the payout is $1,700. So, like, I have a lot to gain, not only financially, but emotionally for Duke to win it all. So there's a lot on the line, kind of all in on that. And If they lose on Saturday, I will be absolutely broken. If they lose on Monday, I'll probably be even more broken. So
Yeah.
we will see. But yeah, anyways, that is our morning stand up. So we can get here into the main topic.
Yeah, definitely. So I know we mentioned it in the beginning there. So like imposter syndrome and kind of the effect that it has on our generation, especially. But we can go into our first like bullet point here of like, do we feel imposter syndrome, and like to what end is it for us? Like, is it like taking over our day, or is it like come and go, and like how does it affect our work, or like how we view ourselves at work and stuff like that? So you can go
Uh
ahead and kick us off.
yeah, no, I'd say at times. I think it's funny now because I think I was even thinking of this like when I was looking at our Twitter the other day and I saw in our bio we still have like whatever it says, like navigating like the craziness that is post college life. And it's funny because that sometimes I do feel that where it's like, okay, I like didn't graduate all that long ago and like all this shit is being thrown like my way. It's like, holy shit, what am I doing here? I'm way in over my head. But then at other times, I'm also like, college was so far away. I guess it just depends on how I'm feeling. Like, there's times where I do feel that sense of like, holy shit, like, this is crazy. That like, I'm the one who's responsible for this huge, important thing. And it's just all on me. And like, as I'm like, I literally was sitting, I was fucking day drinking, skipping class like 3 years ago. Like, what are we doing here? But then, like, now there's other times where I'm like, okay, I'm so far removed from college where I feel old and I'm like, I feel like I've been here forever. Like that. So it's, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's definitely different. I'd say in those moments where I do feel a sense of like, oh shit, like, and I have a little bit more anxiety around that when I have those moments of like, holy shit, this is a lot to be thrown my way. But I think it also comes down to like, it's helpful when, and we've talked about this a lot, but when you have like a team that's very supportive and things like that to help you kind of realize like, no, you're doing like a good job, you're killing it, things like that. Even though sometimes I think all of us are just like, oh yeah, like you're just saying that when like the next day they could ping you and be like, hey, we need to talk. And you're like, fuck it, I'm fired. Like you could just immediately get in your own head and all of a sudden everything's a 180. So yeah, I don't know. That's my thoughts on that.
Yeah. I mean, I think I don't know. I'm not very good when it comes to self like confidence, I guess. Like I feel like I can accomplish things, but like in the moment, I guess I feel like I'm inadequate at it. So like that's where like the imposter syndrome feels like. Like I feel like pretty much at any moment I'm gonna get fired. Or that like, like I'm not doing a good job, or like, damn, what the fuck, like Tyler's taking forever, or like this doesn't make any sense, or why would he do this? Like things like that are like constantly going through my head. I wouldn't say to the point where it's like crippling me, but it's definitely something I do think about like pretty much every day at work.
I would agree that there are definitely. I think at a certain point when you have enough responsibility to where what you're doing does not require, or you're like, you've been working on something for a while that you haven't needed a touch point in a while with someone higher up. That's when I have that sense of, if they were like to ping me or something, I'd be like, they're about to be fucking pissed. They're like, where is it, or whatever. And I like I will be this 100% same boat where it's like, get in my own head of like, what am I doing, or how could you do this, or yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So I like definitely agree with you there. Like I feel like it constantly makes me like seek the need for validation. But like only in the sense of like things that I'm like unsure of, which is work. So it's like it's really weird because I feel like I have confidence in like who I am and what I want and what I like say to people or how I come across to people and stuff like that.
Hmm.
But when it comes to like actual I'm in data, like data work or analysis or whatever, like I've done this before, but like to me it's like I feel like I'm not the smartest person in the room, so I'm gonna ask the smartest person, It's
Yeah.
like, and even though like there's more than one way to get the job done and stuff like that, but like to me it's like I want to know how you do it. I want to like do it how you do it. I want to make sure that you like it and like things like that. And which is weird because it's like totally opposite from like my personal side, my social side. And stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's definitely something where, to our next point, I think it is like a generational thing. Like, I think it's like people. I mean, it also is probably hard too when, like, one, our generation, like, we're newer, right? We're newer to the workforce. So we maybe don't have the same, like, built in, like, confidence of people who've been there for 10, 15 years. But it also, I will say, like, previous generations, which we've talked about this as well, is like a lot of them will stay at the company or job or whatever for so long that like they know the ins and outs like the back of their hand. So like
yeah,
they, even though like maybe they only have, I don't know, I mean it's still a lot, but like 5-10 years on you, it's not only do they have 5-10 years on you, it's they also have been at the same place for the entire time. So like they have all of this knowledge that could really easily make you feel like, what am I doing right now?
no, yeah, definitely. I feel like definitely it like comes into play with like you know how we were raised and stuff like that too. But like I agree with you that like the younger generation coming into the workforce is definitely more eager to make an impact because like a
Mm-hmm.
huge thing with our generation is we didn't want to just be another like cog in the machine.
Oh
We want to
yeah.
be at a like we want to be at a job that like we do make a change and we can see that change and we're like actually doing something with our lives because
Mm-hmm.
like I think it was over dramatized of like people were just working to die. So
Yeah.
in that sense I feel like that's why we like are so like involved with it and wanting to do and like go forward and be eager and do well because like we want that satisfaction and
Yeah.
like the people older are like look at you're fine like just chill out.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely think that comes into play for sure.
Yeah. And I think like in terms of like getting over this, like sense of like maybe like it's that lack of confidence or it's just this sense of like, what am I doing? I think that's where like having regular like touch points or anything like with a manager or something who like knows what you're like doing and can provide that like confidence and support in you, like I think that's huge. Like I think the
Yeah.
biggest reason that I would say, I still feel this, but like for me the biggest like load off my shoulders whenever I'm in this moment of being very anxious is when I have a meeting with my manager and like we just talk things out and I'm like talking about what I'm doing and all that stuff. I think that is when I'm like, that's like after those meetings, I feel like a load's been lifted off my shoulders and I'm like, okay, I'm actually doing like a good job. And then my manager's recognizing I'm doing a good job. And like, it's connecting a lot of dots to where all of a sudden I'm like, okay, all that anxiety I built up or all of that like lack of confidence or whatever you want to call it, like that was like just built up in my own head and it was completely like just meant like my own like mental stress. It was nothing that there was actual like support or substance to support that. At least for that's like what my experience has been.
Yeah, no, definitely. I agree with you. Like to me, like visual feedback is like a huge help for me because I am seeking validation when it comes to work and like
Yeah.
that is the the huge thing for that. But that's why I think I really like those one-on-ones that I had every week
Mm-hmm.
because I could like air out anything that I was doing and like I'd either be like, oh, you're doing good or oh, you're doing bad or like you need help with this, not necessarily bad or anything, but like you need help and you should do
Yeah.
this. So I really did enjoy that, but I do agree with you there that like I like feedback is always important no matter what it is, and I think that's the best way to get that imposter syndrome kind of like out of your head.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we probably move into the second half of our segments, and then kind of wrap it up from there. So I guess getting into deep dive, I guess I can get started really quick. So I saw this TikTok uh, over the weekend, maybe, and it blew my mind. Like absolutely blew my mind. It was related to colors. Oh, hang on. Okay, hang on. This is actually from I think another. Based on how they're looking. I think it's another podcast.
Bro, is it light red or is it pink? I'm just genuinely curious. I've always considered it light red, but everyone says
What?
like, what?
What's light red?
The color of light red.
It's pink.
No, it's not. See, that's what everyone says. It's not pink, bro. It's light red. If you take green and you add white and you make a lighter shade of green, you say that's light green. You don't have a new name for it. If you take blue and you add white and make a lighter shade of blue, you say that is light blue. Pink is the only color that is a lighter color of another color. It has a different name for it. Bro,
Isn't that crazy to think about? Because like when you're in like art class, the way you make pink is white and red. Like I never
that's-
thought of that, and I was like, that like blew my mind.
Yeah, that is true. I think it's just because, yeah, like the word was made popular and well used.
Yeah,
so, like,
yeah. Oh, 100%, 100%. But it's oh,
So like, I'm sure if like baby blue comes to my mind when I think of light blue.
yeah,
but,
but
like-
but it's still like a light, but like light blue is still a common like vernacular for calling like that light blue color. Like obviously
Yeah.
light blue has its variation like sky blue, baby blue, all that stuff, but like it's still light blue.
Yeah.
Like that's common vernacular. Light green's common vernacular. There's not really a light red, it's just pink. So I googled it. I was like, why isn't pink referred to as light red? This is like a random, it looks like Reddit or something, comment. So I don't know, it has like 2 upvotes, so it's probably not even that relevant. But it said because pink is different from light red. In light red, green and blue are equal. In pink, blue is higher than green and lower than red. So I don't know what that means. So this is not very insightful. I mainly just wanted to share this as my deep dive because I thought it was fucking wild when I was like, huh, like if you add white to any other color, it's just light for that color. And then for this, it's pink. So just,
Weird.
yeah, that was my deep dive.
Nice, dude. Mine, I just literally looked up facts about Colorado, so
Hell yeah.
that's what
The
we
home
get to
base.
hear. That's right. So, Colorado was the state that was named after the Colorado River from the Spanish, who were the first European visitors here,
Hell yeah.
and which stands for the color red, or the colored red. So, I
Solid.
guess because of the red rocks out there.
Nice.
So that's pretty cool. But where was the one that I was really looking at? It was really interesting. It was the whole state. So I think it's the only state that is all above 1,000 feet elevation, as well
Okay.
as it is one of the only 3 states that has its boundaries solely defined by lines of latitude and longitude.
Oh yeah, because it's like a perfect rectangle.
Yeah. So it's like a 90
Isn't
degrees.
Wyoming a rectangle too?
Yeah, so Wyoming and
And Colorado.
Utah are the
Oh,
only
and
other
Utah, yeah.
out of the 3 states that are defined by longitude and latitude.
Nice.
70% of the state's population lies along the eastern edge of the Rocky Mountains.
Okay.
So the whole like front of the mountains, Colorado Springs, Boulder, Fort Collins, Pueblo, Denver,
yeah.
all of that makes up 70% of the state. It's just crazy because it goes
Yeah,
up
that's
way
wild.
far. It's like 3 hours right, and then like 2 hours left, and like there's not that much population both ways.
Damn. That's crazy.
Yeah. And then the last fact I have here is due to the continental divide. So the continental divide runs through the Rockies, and on the east side, the rain that falls and the water that melts there goes to the Atlantic Ocean. On the west side of the continental divide, the water that falls there goes to the Pacific. So literally it's like a dividing line for even the water running to the Atlantic or to the Pacific based on the ridge line that goes through. It's kind of crazy.
Damn. That is crazy.
So, yeah.
Some nice facts about Colorado from our fellow Coloradoan,
Right.
I think is how you say it. Or Coloradan? I don't know.
Coloradan.
Coloradan. But yeah, nice. Then I think we can get to our 4 p.m. meeting of the week, so I can get started with mine. They're all sports betting related. So the first 2 are teams that have cost me dearly over the last week. So as I was saying, I went to the San Minaj show last Thursday. Afterwards, we all went to a nearby sports bar to watch the end of the Duke game and then the Arizona Houston game. And I had based on the bedside place, I had the chance to win. I didn't bet $1,000, but I had a chance to win $1,000 if Arizona won. Instead, Arizona lost, and I won $0. So that really fucking sucked. And then yesterday, I was like, okay, I have $100 free bet. Let's get a little spicy with it. And so I put together a little parlay that if it had won, I would win $4,000. Now, how it worked is there were various like player props, which for those of you who don't know betting, it's basically like how many points a player scored, things like that. There were like 5 different pieces of it. All 4 of the player ones hit. All I needed was the Bulls to win, and they ended up losing by like 3. If the Bulls won, I would have won $4,000. Since they did not win, I won $0. So common thread there between those two. So because of that and the adrenaline, yeah, I know it literally hurts. But the problem is because of the adrenaline rush of that, and I was like, damn, I was so close. I did another one today, and the issue now is not that I wasn't like I feel like, well, right now Joel Embiid has to pick it up, but it's not that I can't place it because I did place it, and we'll see how it goes. It's in the first or just started the second quarter. The problem is because of the stupid NBA like prime time games, I have to find this game on like Reddit streams or something because they feel the need to televise LeBron's stupid ass Lakers, even though they might not even make the playoffs. Like they might not even make the playoffs. But I'll be able to watch that game if I want to on national TV, but not like Bucks Sixers, which is like 2 of the top teams in the East. So that was my 5-minute rant about fucking sports betting and sports. So they're stupid, but maybe not stupid if I hit this bet. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's the best thing. I literally couldn't think of one again. I don't know if I have to start writing these down, but I mean, either my life's always a 4 p.m. meeting of the week or that exciting to point out. But Enzo does this thing all the time whenever you leave him like alone somewhere. He has to have something in his mouth, like go pick something up.
Oh, yeah.
And he loves the remote, so we've had to hide it for a while. But every time he picks up the remote, he gets all excited about it, but then he drops it every time. And it like cracks open, you know, like the back of the batteries come out. And it's like, dude, well, finally it like stopped working, and I was like, oh, the batteries must be dead then. And we finally got new batteries like a week later because like, you know, I don't really use a TV remote.
Yeah, you're able to cast from your phone, things like that.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is like changing the inputs like the biggest thing because I have like SmartCast built in.
Oh yeah, so as long as you're on the right, who fucking cares?
Yeah. So my TV's like it's like a new TV, but it's like old new TV.
Yeah.
I got it in like 2014, so it's you know 8 years old already. So like
getting emotional, dude.
You know, yeah, it's like a pretty old TV, so it like always takes forever to connect to. But like, so I finally thought these remotes or these batteries would be like the fix for this remote, and it wasn't. So I was like, fuck, dude. So like I have to stick with like using this like remote app on my phone, but the app never wants to connect with the TV.
Classic.
And like whenever like it's like too loud or like too low volume, I'll like try to like turn it up by holding the button down, and like it doesn't register for a while, so I'm just sitting there holding it until it starts to go up, and then like it starts to go up and you can't turn it down, so it's just gonna go just to 100, like, and you're just like, well, fuck, here we go.
Here we go. So, put on the headphones.
TV's
that's
like
fucking hilarious.
At me, but yeah, so
that's hilarious.
I've been looking at like also another new TV, but that's probably not gonna be a long time.
Yeah, for sure. You got old reliable there for 8 years, so it's tough to replace.
He's still working out. So.
Exactly. Awesome. Then I think we can get into our comedic report. So what do you got?
Yeah, I can go ahead and kick us off. So with the whole thing of, I have a few TikToks here to show you. So one relating sort of to the Oscars, but I thought this one cracked me up because definitely is how I would react. So here we go. Here, I don't know if you can read it, but it says POV. It's your POV when they tell you the wordle before you finish. So. Basically, this gets ready. I'm like gonna go smack Chris.
Time to go slap someone. That's fucking hilarious.
Oh, dude, that totally makes sense.
That's hilarious.
And then I have this other one that like really cracks me up, and it was about this guy who like works for Netflix. Let's see if I can find it again. Hopefully I didn't lose it. Or like unlike it or something like that. But it here it is. It's basically them going over why they decided to get rid of password sharing.
Yeah.
So it's so funny.
I think we need to rethink our password sharing policies. Obviously because of the revenue we gain, but also I think it's starting to impact user experience. For example, Let's say a guy, call him Mark, shared his password with his girlfriend Rachel, and they've since broken up. Well, Mark is still getting recommendations based on Rachel's preferences, and she was the one that insisted on never seeing each other again. He can't just ask her to log off because she blocked my number, Mark's number. She blocked Mark's number. Here's another
That's
hypothetical
hilarious.
situation. Mark goes to watch the Adam Project only for the movie to start halfway through because Rachel had already started it, and Mark doesn't realize it until it ends an hour earlier than it was supposed to, and now it's too late to start over. The best part. I think we need to
That's fucking hilarious. I love it. It's also funny to have like the subtle, just the subtle where he's like, I mean Mark. Like it just
Mark's number. Yeah,
that's
that cracks me up.
That's good. That's good. All right, so I've got 2 here. So this first one cracked me up because the impression just killed me. So the caption says, Gordon Ramsay ordering Taco Bell. And this is an impression on TikTok.
Oh, yeah, I love that.
Lovely. Can I get 2 cheesy gordita crunches and just a bit of the extremely hot sauce with the humorous writing on the packet? Lovely. Okay. Can I also get a large Baja Blast? You're the only ones who sell it. Marvelous. Beautiful. Can I also get the little cheese cup as well? Look at that. Look at that cheese. That's what I want. About that size. Beautiful. And then can I also get the beefy Frito burrito? You're out. Fuck me. Fuck me.
It's funny because to your point, this guy's hilarious. I literally almost had for both of my comedic reports a TikTok of his. So I was like, fuck, I gotta diversify. Yeah. But that, when I saw that, I was like, dude, that's incredible. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Now this
I do
one,
like Gordon Ramsay stuff too.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
pretty funny.
So this next one is just like a stupid, like childish prank, but like the reaction of the entire video cracks me up. So the caption is like mayonnaise bird shit, and so this person is scooping mayonnaise and
Bird duty.
smacks their, like, I'm guessing someone lives at their house, and they're 100% gonna think they just got shat on by a bird. And she's like freaking out about having poo on her hands, and he just, because he knows it's mayo, he just fucking licks it and eats it, and she's like dry heaving.
Mayonnaise.
He's like, tastes like mayonnaise. That video, when I saw it, I was like, that is so
That's
good.
a good prank.
That is so good. Like, it's stupid shit like that that just cracks me up. But okay, I know. All right, so I know we gotta get wrapped up here soon. So getting into our next segment, which is our last segment, 5v5 of countries you want to visit. So the way we kind of looked at this is if you could, like, right now just teleport to another country, what is top of your list? So that is what we have on here, and then fuck, dude. You know what we're gonna? You know what I'm gonna say?
So who's odd and who's even?
This is the problem.
I'm odd. Okay.
Wait. How did we remember this?
Tyler's odd.
I forgot what you said last week. We're like, oh, dude, we're never gonna forget, and we fucking forgot.
I forgot.
So
I'm odd. I'm on the odd episode. It's memory.
That's fucking hilarious.
Tyler's on the odd. Okay.
Tyler's a straight up weirdo. He's the.
I'll go with a country that I've already been to just because I love it so much, and I'm a Spain.
Spain, that's a good one. No, that's a good pick. That was one of the first ones I wrote down. My first pick, because it's a beautiful country, but also like the food would be absolutely incredible, is Italy. Italy's my number one, which I have not been to. Just preface, I guess.
My number 2 is probably going to be Japan. I really like
Fuck, I knew you were going to take
food,
that. I knew you were going to take that.
the
Fuck.
culture.
Damn
It's so
it.
different than anything that I've experienced.
Yeah. That was my first non-European country I listed. Oh, fuck. I literally wrote down like 30 countries, and I just can't choose my second pick. Like, what is going on? My next pick, I'm trying to think if I'd want to go there. I think it'd be, I'm sorry, this is not good. I feel like my next pick's gonna be Greece.
Nice.
I feel like Greece would be sick. Their economy's not great, so I wouldn't want to live there, but to visit is just beautiful.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Absolutely beautiful.
My third pick is going to have to be. I'll do it somewhere. I'll do Germany. That's like probably the biggest one on my like European bucket list now.
That's good. Have you not been to Germany?
I've been to their like airport.
Oh, so you get the gist. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I've been inside the Frankfurt airport.
Nice.
But I have not.
Nice.
I like walked out of the international part, so I guess I was in the German airport.
I'm trying to decide if I'd want to go here. I will go. Hang on. Fuck. No, I shouldn't Google this. I was literally gonna Google should I travel to blank or blank. I'm gonna go to Australia for number 3.
Nice.
Especially if the teleport piece is in effect, because I don't have to worry about the flight. Because that flight would be a bitch.
Oh yeah.
But I'd be worried about the spiders. I don't want to fuck with tarantulas.
Though.
Yeah, true that.
My fourth pick, I'll probably have to choose, is Peru.
Oh, that's a
That
good
is
one.
like a huge thing that I've wanted to go to. Like
That is a good one. I had
civilization
that.
and stuff.
I had that on my list.
Machu Picchu.
Oh, that was a good one. I will go with Chile for my fourth pick.
Chile.
Because I feel like it's just such a cool one because you're on the coast, and from what I was looking at, it's like one of the top like South American countries to visit. So I feel like it'd be pretty sick.
And then I think the last thing on my like where I want to go visit next would be probably Czechia.
Czechia? Oh yeah.
It was like
it's
the
like
Czech Republic.
Czech Republic, but
yeah,
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
Prague and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a good one. Let's see. I'll try to spread it out a little bit. Shit. I'm struggling between two because I want to get an African country.
I know, that's what I was deciding between.
I'm between two in Africa. Honestly, I think I'm gonna go Egypt because I feel like the pyramids would just be like crazy. They could just be like kind of like crazy cool. Plus, you're like near all like the Mesopotamia stuff, so I feel like it could be kind of a cool like sightseeing, things like that. The other one I was considering was South Africa. I feel like that'd be really cool, but I ended up going with Egypt.
My biggest thing, I was gonna choose Ghana, but
Oh, Ghana's a good one too. Or be like, I'll go to Qatar, help them with the World Cup.
yeah. But I also had a hard time because I really wanted to choose South Korea too.
Oh yeah, South Korea is a good one. I also had Philippines on mine.
Singapore, Taiwan.
Oh, Singapore. Oh, Jesus Christ, that scared me. Oh no, you're good. I like literally jumped. Enzo's friends they over, so that's good. I had Brazil. I had Argentina. I had Austria, Netherlands, England. I've never been to Canada, so I wrote it down. I don't think it would not be near the top of my list because it's like just the U.S. but further north. I've been to Minnesota enough; it's probably the same, like just the same thing. I put Ireland. I loved Ireland. I'd love to go back. Same with Mexico. I put Iceland and the Scandinavian countries. France, New Zealand, which is near. I put Australia though, but New Zealand. I also put China, although I don't know how is it travel. I mean, I know you've never been to China, but like, is it something? Is it something where like?
In your experience, kind of.
No, is that like this is gonna sound maybe it's a stupid question, but is there any issues with like Americans visiting China right now,
I mean,
or maybe like
there
certain
might
parts?
be, but I don't think it's like I don't know. I mean, like I know people still like go there and visit and have gone there and visited in the past
Yeah.
few years, but I wouldn't be able to speak to like how
You probably
easy
just
that
got to be
is.
like careful and smart. But
Yeah,
that'd
you might
be
have to be with like a group or something like that. I wouldn't suggest.
yeah, like go by yourself. I feel like that one would be really freaking cool. Like right up there
Yeah.
with like you had Japan on your list, and I was like, fuck, because
Yeah.
I really had like that high on my list. Because Tokyo would be just incredible.
Yeah,
Like-
I had like India,
Oh,
Jordan,
oh, dude, I forgot India. Fuck.
Israel,
Israel. Yeah.
Saudi Arabia would be cool.
Oh, yeah,
my friend
yeah.
was just in. My friend was just in. I think he was in Qatar, and it was actually was pretty sick.
Really?
Yeah,
Damn.
and then definitely would like to be like more into, you know, the Scandinavian countries as well. But I've already been to like Scotland and stuff like that. And that was
Mm-hmm. True.
fun. Singapore, Taiwan, Belgium, Switzerland. I think
Yeah.
I mentioned. So yeah,
That's awesome.
fun stuff. Big to-do list.
Yeah. So I guess to go back through our list, so I had Italy, Greece, Australia, Chile, and Egypt.
And I had Spain, Japan, Germany, Peru, and Czechia. So
Awesome.
yeah. Well, that is our episode for today. Thank you guys for joining with us. We hope you guys can relate on a lot of our topics there with imposter syndrome. And if not, good for you. It definitely is a thing that definitely does happen. It's not just a fake. It's not just an imposter. But we hope you guys enjoyed our deep dives into Colorado and pink and red and what you guys decide about that. And hopefully you guys will not end up like Chris Rock later this week. So
True. Watch your face. If someone approaches you, have both dukes
don't
up
make
ready to
fun of
go.
people's wives. So with that, we hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day and your week, and we look forward to seeing you guys in the next one.
Monthly mailbag episode next week, so submit your questions.